So let us stand up tall on our mats. Bring your feet about hips distance apart. Let the hands face toward the front of the room. Bounce your knees a little bit, just so you feel that they can bend and that we know the difference between a slight bend in the knees or a softness and a locking out. The locking out is not something that we ever want to do, especially when the joints are bearing weight. So keep a little bit of softness in the knees, wiggle the toes, just to make sure that we're not clutching them into the mat. And we'll let our shoulders roll up and back and down, big circles. Just the shoulders. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. And we'll let the shoulder blades rest in that back and down position. So the collarbones have some width between them. And our posture is tall. Chin is parallel to the floor. Hands are soft, toes are soft, knees are soft. And our breath is deep and steady. Allow the mind to quiet, or at least withdraw from those sensations that are listening to things that might be going on around us. Maybe in another room in the house, or maybe outside of the house. We are aware of those sounds, but not really at all curious about them. And we bring that awareness inside, into our bodies. So we may be aware of areas that are a little tender today, that need more care. But we'll not get too terribly hung up on them, just keep them safe. And when you're ready, the arms will reach out and up. Palms pressed together, we'll take it all the way to a forward fold. So those prayer hands go all the way down to center. Hands press against our shins or thighs, will lift halfway up. Nice long spine. Exhale, folding down again. Inhale all the way to standing, reaching up. Exhale, hands come to our hearts. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to our heart. Two more. Reach out and up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Palms press, and they'll go all the way to forward fold. Now, in our forward fold, step your feet out wider, turn your toes out, and bend the knees. So with our knees bent, shift the weight from one side to the other. And then we'll come to center. Let the body hang heavy. Gather up your arms or your elbows. And let your torso sway side to side. And then we'll come to rest in the center. We'll let the hands come up onto the thighs and lift us up until the head is above the heart. So we're in this squatting position. Now our inhale will sway the back, lift the heart, draw the tailbone back. Exhale, round us out, tucking chin, tucking tail under. Inhale, cow pose, heart lifting. Exhale, cat pose, rounding out. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more. Big inhale. Exhale completely. Now our inhale reaches the arms out and up. Palms pressed together. We'll bend the knees again. Try and stay upright and bring hands to our heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, knees bend, hands to the heart. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, prayer hands to our heart center. We'll lean towards our right thigh. Prop the right forearm there. Let the left arm reach straight up to the sky. Big breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, stands us up tall. Palms touch together. Exhale, knees bend. Hands come to our heart center. And then we'll lean towards our left thigh. Right arm reaches for the sky, turning the rib cage towards our right. Big breath in, deep breath out. And then we'll come back up tall, bring hands to the heart, and we'll walk our feet closer together. So we have our hips distance alignment, stable and steady. So we'll shift the weight into our right foot. Let the left foot step back to a lunge. Find some stability, ideally on the ball of the foot, but if you need to set the heel down, that works too. Inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, leans us slightly forward. Pull the elbows toward the rib cage. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lean us slightly forward. Inhale, reaching up. Now hands come down to the floor. We're stepping into a forward fold. Inhale, lift us halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Weight shifts into our left foot, and our right will lunge back. Ball of the foot if you can, bring the heel down if you need to. Inhale, reaching up with our arms, crescent lunge. Exhale, lean slightly forward, elbows pull in. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, slightly forward, elbows pull in. One more, reach it up. Now hands come down to the floor. We're stepping forward to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Hands come to our heart. Now this time we'll try and lift our left knee up forward before we step it back to lunge. So a big deliberate step back and a little bit of balance. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, elbows pull in. Just one more of these. Reach up. Elbows pull in. Now stay here on the inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Weight shifts into the left foot. Perhaps the right knee can lift before it takes our big deliberate step back to lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, elbows pull in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lean forward, elbows pull in. Stay here on our inhale. Exhale, hands down, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Now we'll take a long reach through our arms, glue the thighs together, press them slightly forward, heart is lifting up. Now turn the body, twist the body to the right. The arms will reach front and back of the room, turning as far to the right as we can. Inhale, we face forward. Exhale, twisting to our left. Inhale, reach forward. This time we'll bend the knees to a chair. Let the arms reach. Inhale, stand us up, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, stands us up. One more time on each side, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Now we come down to a prayer chair. So we shift the weight into the right foot. We'll keep both knees bent. Left foot will step back. This time the heel comes all the way down to the floor at an angle. Find our warrior feet. Inhale, front knee straightens, arms reach up. Exhale, elbows pull in close. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows pull in. One more, reach up. Now from this tall posture, we are twisting to our right. Legs are straight, straightening rather. Now we let this right knee bend, take a long reach forward, and the left forearm can rest on this right thigh. Right hand comes to our hip or our sacrum. So the arms, at least this left arm, is helping the torso turn to our right. So revolve side angle. Big breath in. Now we're turning the torso to the left. Right forearm rests on the thigh. Left hand comes to the sacrum. Turn the rib cage to the left. Turn the head to look over your right shoulder. Look down at your right toes. And then turn the head to look over your left shoulder. Our inhale lifts us to warrior two, reaching the arms front and back of the room. And we'll straighten that front leg. Let the body lean out over the straightened leg, and we find a triangle pose. Long arms, long spine. Knees are at ease. Toes are movable. Big breaths in. Deep breaths out. One more big inhale. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step forward, forward fold. So hang here for a moment, shaking the head and nodding the head. Our inhale lifts us all the way to standing. Palms pressed together. We'll sit down to a prayer chair. Inhale, stand us up, reach us up. We'll have our prayer hands and take a twist to our left. So you can stay well above the knee or maybe lean and touch the elbow onto that knee. Inhale, stand us up tall. Exhale, twist our prayer chair to the right. You can stay a little more upright or lean a little further down. Inhale, stands us up. Exhale, twisting to our left. Inhale, stand us up. Exhale, twisting to our right. Inhale, stands us up. Exhale, sitting down to prayer chair. Weight shifts into our left foot. Right foot steps back, grounding the heel, finding our warrior feet. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Exhale, elbows pull in close. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull in close. One more time, reach up. Exhale, pull in close. Now turn the torso to the left. Right forearm rests on that left leg. Left hand comes to the sacrum. We are turning the torso to our left. Big breaths in, ground firmly in that back heel if you can. And then we turn the body to the right. Left forearm props on the thigh. Right hand comes to the low back. Rib cage turns to our right. And then we look down over our left shoulder toward the floor. And then turn the head to look over the right shoulder. Big breaths in. Deep breaths out. Now we lift up to our warrior two. Take our reverse warrior. And then we'll straighten our left leg. Reach out over the left leg into our triangle pose. Big breaths in. Deep breaths out. Now our next exhale bends our left knee. Lift up on the inhale to warrior two. Next inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. We're stepping forward into our forward fold. Head is heavy. Give it a shake, no. Or a nod, yes. Inhale brings us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale all the way to standing. Now we'll sit us down to our prayer chair again. Left foot steps back to lunge. Try and stay on the ball of that left foot. And we're turning our prayer hands to our left. You may stay upright or perhaps lean so that the elbow rests on our right knee. Big breath in, deep breath out. Now release this prayer twist. We're reaching up tall. And then turning our torso to the left, make sure that left heel comes all the way down to the floor. We are in warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Your left arm may take a reach forward before it comes back and rests at the sacrum. Turn the rib cage more to our left. Look over your left shoulder. Big breaths in and deep breaths out. One more big breath here. Now both hands come to the floor inside of our right foot, and we let the head be heavy. Humble warrior. Now we'll spin to the ball of that back foot. Take a breath in this low lunge. And our exhale will step the left foot into forward fold. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Inhale lifts us halfway up. Exhale, folding down easy. Inhale all the way to standing. Palms pressed together. Exhale, down to our prayer chair. So now the weight shifts into the left foot. The right will lunge back. Inhale, deeply lifting the chest. Exhale, twisting to our left. You may stay upright here or lean slightly forward so the elbow comes onto the left knee. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. One more big inhale. One more complete exhale. Now release that, lift back up to our crescent lunge. And then turn the body to the right. Let your right heel come all the way down to the floor. We are in a warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And our exhale brings the left forearm onto the left thigh. Right arm will take one sweep forward toward the front of your room. And then we bring the right hand to your low back or your hip. Turn the rib cage to our right. Turn the chin to our right. Big breaths in. Deep breaths out. Two more. Now our next exhale, we'll bring both hands down to the floor. Inside of the left foot, allow the head to be heavy. All right, come to the ball of your left foot. We'll adjust the hands so that they are on either side or maybe slightly forward of our left foot. Take an inhale in this low lunge. Exhale will step us forward, forward fold. Now in this forward fold, step your feet out wide again, maybe as wide as the mat. They can be wider if that is stable for you. So bend the knees enough so that your hands press firmly into the mat. So this may be a low squat similar to one we did before, but it's fine for the head to be lower than our heart and our hips. So now lift your tail up as much as you can without lifting your hands off the floor. Head drops down. Now we'll start to bring the hips down as far as you can, but the head can lift up. So maybe the head gets higher than the heart. And then we lift the tail up, drop the head back down to our wide leg forward fold. Inhale, drops the tail down. We lift up, so we're in this really low squat, kind of a froggy position. And then tail lifts up, head drops down. Now stay in the fold, bend your right knee. Walk your hands as far to the left as you can. Still leaning towards our right. Reaching along to our left. And then hands walk to center. And we are in our centered now. And then left knee bends. We're leaning toward the left foot. And the hands walk as far to the right as you can reach. Big breaths. Deep breaths. And then we come back to our centered position in our forward fold. Feet can walk a little closer together. And when you're ready, we'll come down to a seated position on our mats. So take your time. We're letting our legs extend out nice and long. Let the toes point up to the ceiling. And then our hands will press down into the mat next to the hips. Press down to get your spine taller. You might feel a stretch in the wrists, maybe the fingers. Let the chin stay in its position parallel to the floor. And then we'll start to fold forward, keeping that chin in neutral. And when we are folded forward, let's try and bind the hands behind us, lace up the fingers, tugging the arms long, pulling the shoulder blades back. All right, let's sit up tall. We'll release that bind. Reach up. Take another twist to our right, arms extending, front and back of the room. Now we'll lean forward. We'll reach our left hand towards our foot, maybe our right foot. Maybe it comes close enough to touch, but it doesn't have to. We're just leaning the body towards that leg. And then we'll lift up tall. Take our twist to the left. And then lean through the right arm. Maybe the right hand can tap onto the left foot, but it doesn't have to. Reach as far as you can. And then we'll lift up again. So we'll flow that with a breath. Inhale is center. Exhale, we twist and lean forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist and lean forward. One more on each side. Lift up. Twist to the right, leaning forward. Inhale, centered. Exhale, twisting left, leaning forward. Now, we'll bring ourselves, our arms up. Let them come behind the hips so you can have your palms on the floor, fingers pointing forward. You might make fists if that's really too much on your wrists. But either way, we're pushing down to lift the chest up. Draw the shoulder blades close together. And we'll bend the knees. So the feet will press firmly into the floor. We might lift the hips up slightly off the mat. Maybe you can bring them up higher, maybe as high as the knees or almost there. Big breath in. Deep breath out. And then hips come back to the floor. The right knee will stay bent. The left leg will extend long. So we can hug our right knee in close. Let the left hand stay holding onto our right leg. And we're turning our whole body. Try and turn from the belly button. Kind of press it into our right thigh. And then we'll bring our right hand behind us to support us as we twist our body to the right. Big breaths in and deep breaths out. All right, release this twist. We'll let both legs extend out again. This time they'll take a little bit wider stance on our mat. So move our glutes out from under the sitting bone so the pelvis can tilt a little more forward. And we'll have the hands on our thighs, just lean slightly forward. Take a pretty good bend in the knees. And then we'll soften that bend if you can. When you feel like you're ready, perhaps walk the hands below the knees onto our shins and lean slightly forward. But try and keep the length in the spine. Toes are pointing upward, legs are active. All right, so let's sit back up. We'll walk the feet a little closer together. We'll take a bend in our left knee, and it can stay heel far away from our pelvis or hug it in a little more closely. Right hand will hold the left leg. Move the belly button toward the inside of that left thigh, and our left hand braces behind us. Moving into the twist. All right, release our twist. We'll start with the legs extended out. Hands reach behind us. We're taking that fold again. Toes pointing up. Take a bend in the knees. Feel like you could tug your mat a little closer to you with your heels. Bending down far as you can. And then perhaps softening those knees and staying in the fold. All right, we'll lift up tall again. So we'll let the right knee bend outward. The foot will press into the inside of our left leg. So let us turn the body towards our left leg and take a twist to our right. Now, body is still turning to our right. We'll lean the forearm either on the thigh or maybe on the shin, but we're leaning now the body towards our left leg. We'll let the inhale sweep our right arm up. It'll take a reach toward the left foot, but then sweep all the way back. One more time, we'll sweep that arm forward. Now we'll sweep it back. It can come all the way and rest at our low back or maybe our hip. Head is turning to our right. All right, let us come back to center. And then we'll switch the legs out. Right leg extends, we can give it a little bounce. Left knee bends, falls outward. And then we start to turn the body towards our left leg. And then we'll lean the right forearm on the thigh or reach it to the shin. The body is still turning to the left. And then our inhale, we'll sweep our left arm forward. It's reaching towards the right foot. And then let just the arm sweep back. We're still leaning over. One more time. Sweep the arm towards the foot. And then we'll sweep it back. The hand can rest at the hip or at the sacrum. We're still turning towards our left, looking to our left. All right. Lift up. We'll extend both legs. Give them both a little bounce. Now draw the knees outward. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. And then take a bow. Heart draws towards our feet. You can hold onto the toes. You can hold the ankles, maybe the knees, whatever you can reach. All right, we'll lift up tall again. Bring the hands behind the hips. Fingers point forward. We'll press the heart up. Press the knees down. Now, if you can, let's move to the forearms. Still pressing the heart up, still pressing the knees out and towards the mat. Just another couple of breaths in this halfway point. And then we'll bring the back all the way down to the mat. Let the arms reach back. Let the legs extend forward, taking a big, long stretch. Now, bend the knees. Let them hug up into your belly nice and close. Curl up, nose towards the knees. And then the head will rest on the mat. The arms will reach out to either side of the room. I'm going to adjust myself slightly away from the wall so I can reach. So have the knees bent. And then we'll drop the knees over towards our left. So look towards your right. And then we'll bring our knees to center. Let them fall over towards our right. Look towards our left shoulder. Let's do that again. Knees to center. Let them draw over to the left. Knees to center. And we'll draw the knees over towards the right. So come back to center, feet come onto the floor and the legs stretch out. So leave the arms extended out. So this is kind of a T shape. Now, without using the hands, we're bringing the right knee up towards our belly. So notice how the low back presses into the floor as that knee is close. And we'll press the right foot up to the sky, and with control, lower that leg down slowly. And when the heel comes down, it is at rest. And we do the same thing on the left side. Left knee draws in without the hands helping. Leg draws up and then lowers down. Really slow. So now we'll alternate this. Move it with the breath. With the exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, press it up. And the exhale will lower it down. And when that leg comes to rest, we take an inhale. Exhale brings the left knee in. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale here. Exhale, right knee into the belly. Now move through this several times using the pace of your breath to do this very slow air walk. And just notice how that gives your low back a little bit of a massage. Stretching out the muscles in the low back, shifting from side to side across the sacrum, slightly into that piriformis area, a place that can get tight when we are seated for long periods of time, or even standing for long periods of time. So when you feel like you've worked both sides about equally, we'll let both knees bend. The heels will walk up close to our sitting bones. And we'll bring our right ankle to cross over the left leg. Using our strength, pressing that right leg away from you. Now we'll pick up the left foot off the floor. Try to draw that leg towards you without using your hands. We're using the strength of our belly and our legs. Deep breaths. All right, bring the left foot down to the floor. Roll all the way onto the left hip. The right foot might come down to the floor. We're turning the head to look to our right. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. All right, come back to center. Now, as we release this right leg from laying on the left leg, it's going to extend as far out to the right as it will go. And then we'll bring it back up to center and then just let it push slightly to our left. Do that 2 more times. Sweep it out. And then let it push very slightly to our left. 1 more time. Sweep it out. And then we'll push it over to our left. Now it'll come to center both legs. Lift up, push through the heels. And then right knee bends, foot comes down onto the mat, and the left ankle crosses across that right knee. Now, without using your hands, you are actively pushing that left thigh away from you. And then we lift the right foot off of the mat, drawing the legs towards us with the strength of our abdominals and our legs. Okay, right foot comes down to the floor. We are rolling toward that right hip. Left foot might touch the floor. Turn the head to look towards the left shoulder. All right, let us come back onto our backs. We'll extend that left leg out far as it will reach. And then it sweeps over toward the right, just pushing far as you can. And then we sweep it open again. Exhale, crossing it over. And we sweep it open again. One more time, cross it over. And then it will lift up to center. The right leg will join it in this legs up. Steady the breath. Allow the legs to feel heavy and pressing our pelvis back into the mat. All right, bend the knees, bring the feet down to the mat. Arms by our side, palms down. The arms will stay by our side. We'll press into the feet and let the hips lift up to a bridge. Stay with the hips lifted. Feet pressing down, hips lifting up. And then we'll roll our spine down. And take a resting breath here. So our next inhale, we lift the hips and reach the arms back. Stay here in this bridge pose with the arms extended. Keep reaching back behind you and roll the spine down to the mat. And when the hips are completely at rest, then the arms are at rest. 2 more. Our inhale lifts the hips, reaches the arms back. Stay here for another breath. And our next exhale rolls the spine down. And the arms come down by our side. Take another resting breath. And we'll do one more. Hips lift, arms reaching back. Stay here for another breath. And our exhale rolls the spine down. And when the hips are at rest, we bring the knees into the belly, hand on each knee, roll them out wide, and circle them back together again. So slow circles, as wide as you can manage. Now we're getting that massage on either side of that sacrum area. Now reverse the circles. And then we'll bring our feet down to the mat. So arms will come to rest by our side, palms facing upward. You may keep the knees bent, perhaps touching them together, walking the feet out a little wider so they look like a tent. Or you can hug your feet together close and let the knees fall outward. Allow gravity to draw the knees down toward the mat. Just relaxing the hips, taking this hip opener. Or you can extend your legs out. Allow them to soften. And the whole body is at ease. We are aware of the breath moving in and out, but we're not trying to control the breath in and out. We are aware of the body as it lies on the mat, but no longer controlling any movements of the body, any areas, just allowing it to be at rest. And so this practicing, this mental practice of allowing our breath and our body to just be, we extend to our thoughts as they become more active. Allow those thoughts to just be. Not trying to push them away, not even trying to quiet them. Allow them their voice, but don't allow it to draw all of your attention. be sure to give yourself a nice long Shavasana and take your time upon re-entry. I thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. It is my honor to be with you. Namaste.